Okay, now we are going to continue with the formatting. A few other things that maybe you should know. Here I have a few paragraphs. I've gotten ready all the codes. Let's start with the first one. Okay, this is actually a quote taken, okay, from the internet. So usually whenever you have quotes, right, you have this double quotes to show that this is actually picked from a quote. You have another choice. Instead of using straight away double quotes, you can put this particular tag Q, okay, and close your Q. Q is for quote. Alright, so if you have this and you refresh, automatically in your statement you'll have that double quote symbol straight away. Alright, so maybe you can use this when you are designing your web page. Okay, another one is, okay, let's look at this particular paragraph. I have actually divided the line into different lines. I mean, I have divided the statement into different lines, but when you display it on the browser, it is still rendered as one line. Okay, what if I want it to be exactly as what I wrote here? So if you want it to be exactly the same, what you can do is you can use this particular tag pre, okay, and you can actually use this whenever you want the coding to be exactly the same as what you type. Alright, so this is meaning you have like preserved that particular look of that statement. So if I save this now and refresh, I will get something like this. Okay, so it will follow whatever that I have written here. So if you want to use pre, use it wisely so that you won't have a so-called horrible kind of output that you see here. But this is the effect. Whatever that you write here, it will be displayed exactly on the browser. Alright, that is using the pre tag. Alright, if let's say sometimes you want to have a website that teaches people how to do coding, so you need to have programming statements inside your web page. So usually when you display programming statements, it will be in a different font. So instead of like trying to find the correct font, it's sometimes a bit tedious. So what HTML have done for you is they have created this particular tag that you can use whenever you want to display codes or maybe mathematical expressions or mathematical formulas. Okay, so whenever you use this particular code tag, make sure you close it. Alright, at the end, the output that you see is slightly different. The font is slightly different. Okay, if you compare the one that you see here, this particular font, and the one that you have here, it's different. So this is more like a coding kind of font. Alright, so if you want to have certain kind of style when you are doing your codings, when you want to display codings in your web page, you can use this particular code tag. Okay, another tag that you need to maybe you can apply in your website design is the meter tag. Alright, this meter tag looks something like this. Alright, you'll have something like this is something like what you see in your smartphone whenever you at the top right hand corner you'll have your battery, the remainder of your battery. So it is something like that. So it shows you what is the level that you are having currently. So you can choose to have some properties inside the tag itself. Alright, so you can have the starting value, Like in my case, I'm starting from 1. If you want to start from 0, you can do so. My maximum is 9. You can have any number here. It's up to you. So mine is from 1 up to 9. Okay, min and max. And then the value here is the current value that I am at. Okay, so this number 2 shows the green color part. This is 2, meaning maybe 2% is left, maybe. Okay, and at the end of the day, at the end of the line, you put your closing meter tag. That's it. Okay, now can you see this number 2 here? This number 2 is not displayed anywhere here. Why? The reason is this number 2 will appear to those browsers who cannot display the meter tag. For example, IE. Okay, let me show you this. I'm going to open this using IE, and you can see the results. Okay, can you see this? Okay, I could not see the image. The image is not rendering in IE, so only certain browsers can render the image. If you cannot display the image, this particular number 2 value that is between the tag will be displayed. At least the user could see, oh, it is actually trying to display number 2. Okay, so make sure you know that certain things are not some browsers could not display certain tags, so you need to be prepared for that. Alright, so those browsers who cannot view the picture, this will be what they see. This will be the number that they see over here. Okay, so let me close this. And the final one that I want to talk about is the progress tag. Okay, the progress tag, it actually shows you something like how much you have done. You know, this is quite frequently seen in websites whenever you have certain tasks to accomplish. Okay, so here I have value, which is 50, and I have a max value, which is 100. So roughly you can see half done. Okay, the max value is enough and the value itself is sufficient. And if I render this using IE, you'll get something like this, which is not so nice. I think Chrome's display is much more better. Okay, so you don't have to write anything in between. Alright, so now for this particular lesson, you know how to use the code tag, the pre tag, code tag, meter tag, and progress tag.